Infernal Shrines, game number 1. Alrighty, Bang Bush against Chili Mountain. So for everybody that hasn't caught it yet, guys, Team has joined Chili Mountain. So they're going to play under their flag, not only in the Master Clash, but also for the CCL, for example. Same thing pretty much that's happening with the Hardos and Team Oxygen Esports. Our first map in the best of 2 series here today is Infernal Shrines. And again, this is a best of 2. We're in a round robin format. We're down to 8 teams, and we're playing a round robin to see which teams are making it towards the offline final in Paris. That's 12,000 euros on the line, of course, for the Heroes of the Storm tournament. And, well, we have an interesting one on our hands for sure, because this is currently number 2 against number 3 in the standings, which is kind of cool. And we'll see which team can pull ahead here. It's a bit of a battle at the top, honestly. There's 3 teams that qualify automatically through the standings for the event in Paris. And then we are going to decide a 4th team through a gauntlet that is being played with the rest of them. And at the top currently are the Hardos, aka Oxygen Esports, Team aka Chili Mountain, and the Bang Bush. So those 3 are battling that out. And then you have Granite Gaming also attempting to push in there. So it's going to be an interesting battle for the 4 spots. But again, a 2-0 victory for either one of those teams would go a long way. If you can get a 2-0 here and lock in 3 more points for the board, and then also deny points for your opponent, yeah, that's pretty crazy. So if that happens, I mean, obviously it could just be a tie, then each team walks away with a point and nothing gained, nothing lost. We got a Dehaka instantly as the first pick here, with Blaze being banned. Interestingly enough, they ban Blaze and Hogger and then pick Dehaka. So a double side lane ban by Chili Mountain to lock in Dehaka first and limit the options of the Bang Bush a bit. Leo is still up though. So Leo is really good here too. They're not going for it on the other hand. So there is a chance that Leoric is going to be banned. Which means that now with the double pick, we could see then after that, Leo being banned on the 3rd spot. That limits your side lane options significantly, considering that in total 4 heroes will then be removed from that position. Now, you still have Urel then, assuming that Leo is the one that gets the axe. I mean, it might be something completely different. You might be on a completely different rollout too. But yeah, you can force your opponent's hand a bit. We get a Vala pick for Dino. I like that. Okay. And we have Tyrael. Okay, me likey. What are we getting on the 3rd ban? That's a bigger question right now. From the blue team. That's honestly what I'm interested in. With them banning out 2 side laners, do they go all the way here and really just limit side lane options, make the Haga's life even easier, help out with the Shrine fight too? We ban Kerrigan with Tyrael and the Sanctification. They don't want to give Ultraless Kerrigan. Maiev is still up. He could go Genji, of course, too. Vala's build will be interesting as well, but multi-shot would go a long way here to just carpet the entire shrine with AoE damage. Auto attack possible, but I don't really think so. And there's the Leo ban, as predicted. So that leaves them, I suppose, with Urel. There's other side laners still, but Urel is, I think, at this point, the most logical choice. I've never seen them this aggressively target the offlane. So yeah, that's pretty interesting to me. It's definitely a bit of a different approach here. Jojo, and they grab Cassia with Swamgrotta not making any moves yet for his last pick, for his offlaner. I mean, he knows he's going to get whatever's left, right? So there's not going to be another offlaner being picked now by Chili Mountain. I guess that's technically not true. Like, theoretically, you could still do that, but it's highly unlikely. If you're going to pick another melee, it's more likely that it's going to be a side laner. Sorry, like a melee assassin. But yeah, do we get a Maiev pick, for example? Or just a bit more range damage? Yep, Maiev and Malfurion. Alright. Yeah, it's a solid lineup. Dino is the only range damage dealer, but that's more than enough, and Maiev obviously can chunk targets down also very nicely, especially if they are stacked up like they usually are. Final pick though for Swamgrotta. What's it gonna be? They go Johanna side lane! Diablo main tank and Jojo side lane. Nice. I think that's actually a pretty nice adjustment. Well done. Infernal Shrines, everybody. The Bang Bush against Chili Mountain. Let's go. Map number 1 in the series here at the 3rd playday of the Masters Clash. Game number 1, Infernal Shrines is the map. It should be an interesting one. We got Ultralisk on my F, Dequaza on the Haka, Dino with a multi-shot build as already expected on Vala. Banana H on Malfurion, and Masquerade is playing Ethereal. Towards the right side of the map, the Bang Bush with Lauba on Diablo, Bishops on Hanzo, Swamgrota on Jojo. Zero is playing Cassia, going straight into the charge strikes. He has his little 1 talent. And we have Rhaegar, played by Henning. Yep, let the battle begin, for sure. So, this is all, like, I really like Vala on a map like this. If you have a good Vala player, obviously we talked a lot about the different builds that you can use with her. If there is one build that doesn't see a lot of play these days, it's the arrow build. Even on a map like Battlefield of Eternity, where it was for a long time exclusively being played, in the days of HGC even, you don't see it all that often anymore. Multi-shot as well as auto-attack just provide a bit too much for teams to give up on it. And, well, we are gonna see those stacks accumulate for Dino, very likely, and then you have a massive amount of damage output if you're going to the Shrine fight. And they go for a Lauba. Diablo is pulling a Lauba here. Early death on him. He was actually memeing around a little bit earlier when we had like this discussion about like which souls are being lost when you lose your souls, how are the 25 that remain being decided, and he said, oh, it's the last one that you collect. And he's like, well, I died so many times on Diablo, I have a lot of experience with that, so just trust me. And I guess he just wanted to make a point here, so comes in with Diablo as his pick and instantly dies. So I will take his word for it. He has a lot of experience dying as Diablo and therefore knows which souls are being relieved from the hero. But either way, they are losing a lot here. Not only did they lose Diablo, but they also now lost their camp. So that's annoying. That's actually really problematic, because now you are way behind in experience. And when it comes to the battle for level 7 for the first objective, that's a disaster. Lauba nearly dies again. Yeah, they are not off to a good start here. Easy stacks also in a lot of these situations for Dino as the game just begins. He's sitting at 6 stacks. We have them with the early level 4 now too. Yeah, and this is getting a bit problematic. I mean, hello? They're losing the wall here. They're getting crushed. Chili Mountain, the old team, is murdering them. Absolutely murdering them. That early game is not going well in the slightest. Now Cassia with the Inner Light. We got the Earth Living Enchant for Rhaegar. But this is getting a bit problematic for them. Yeah, color me intrigued. I want to see how the red team is now dealing with the first objective, because they gotta step out of that little problem zone that they're in right now. Alright, so off we go. Okay, so there's the pick, and they set that on lane. They look for the Haka kill down here, apparently. Yeah, you're not gonna get that easily against Dequaza. I don't think that's gonna happen. Dequaza is a fucking monster on the side lane. Dequaza is one of the players that I would have loved. I mean, okay, this is too much for him to handle. Caster Curse strikes. Even the spray game is on point. But Dequaza is one of the players that I really would have liked to see in HGC. Now, of course, you cannot really use this current state of the game as a reference point, because yes, he would be even better player if he could focus full time on playing the game, but then he would also go up against much fiercer competition. It would have been interesting to see him try to push for HGC though, and I pretty much believe he's one of the players that would have made it in eventually, and it would have been nice to see what he can achieve when he is able to just scrim every day for like 8 hours or more, and where he would have gone. So Dequaza is definitely one that I would have liked to see there. Breeze was echoing the same thoughts just the other day when I talked to him a little bit about it, and saying that Dequaza impressed him. The two of them played in the same team for Meta Madness. But yeah. Now either way, so we got now at the top, the objective is going to be claimed by the blue team. By the way, part of this is because they rotated 3 heroes over to take Dequaza down. So yes, he died, but they also had to use a lot of resources to make that happen. And that allowed the objective to be claimed by the blue team. They're having it at 39 because they want to pull a little bit farther ahead here. And they might even get a kill. They're already going for Swamgrota. Dequaza landing a couple of tongs here too. And with that, we now got the Punisher taken. 9 stacks are in. Ultralisk, he's getting a lot of hits out still. So Ultralisk is currently at 12,000 damage. Easy top damage in the game. That's all the cleave action that he can bring to the table. Vala is nowhere near that, but then again, she's focused a lot on the Shrine too and hasn't really participated in too many of these team fights. Whereas Ultralisk has rotated a little bit more. But they're zoning them way past the 4 to allow the Punisher to do more damage. And Vala can, of course, in a situation like this, even get more damage in. These tongs, by the way, are great. Fantastic tongs from the Haka, and always followed up by Malfurion too. Now Hanzo is dead, Lauba is not gonna make it, so that's a double kill. That fort is toast, and that's another great... I mean, this is getting better and better for the blue team. They have level 10 abilities now, 4 kills to 1. They're 1.5 levels ahead. The top fort is, I was about to say, is definitely gonna fall, but I guess they're gonna give that up for now. It has taken a ton of damage though, and they can take it eventually. They're pushing into the mid lane instead right now. And so far, so good. I mean, that is as much structural damage as you get out of that situation. So, Dino for now, with 14 stacks, is getting closer to completing his quest and can of course stack past it. But as they take the fort in the middle, they can control the camps again, and they can even go for maybe a bit more damage at the bottom of the map, potentially a kill too. Jojo with a nice nice trade as she goes for the Iron Skin. That saves her for now, and of course the Bang Bush can't do anything until they hit level 10. They gotta hit level 10 as quickly as possible and then make the play there. The Haka still up top side. And there is again the hesitancy on Malfurion. Hasn't taken his ult yet, is waiting for the other side to lock everything in before he makes his choice. Now we get the Blessed Shield this time, so it's more stuns. And also again Valkyrie. Personally, I don't know. Valkyrie is just one of these skins I don't like. It's one of the skills that I really don't like. I can't even tell you why, because it's just like, if you hit it, then yeah, it's great, but it feels like most Valkyries just don't get value. So, yeah, it's just annoying. They're going in deep again. Now, by the way, that doesn't mean that I haven't seen Valkyrie plays that add a lot of value and really help the team, but it just feels like generally Ball of Lightning in these close quarter fights is just more useful. Cage is down, they force the battle, there's the Sanctification. Nice ult, great ult from Malfurion. And a kill on Hanzo pretty much instantly. Quest completed for Vala. They're looking for more kills and they might be able to get them there, but Dino's in trouble and that's a kill. Vala is gone. Lauba is also low, and with a drag from Dequaza, they should be able to get a kill here, and they do. So that's the soul stacks gone. We had 2 kills to 1, and Dequaza again the one that contributes heavily to the victory in the fight, and especially to the kill towards Diablo, who now lost 75 of his souls. So, job well done. Next objective hasn't been announced yet, but should be soon. They're taking all the camps again though, so painting the map blue once more, and they got level 13 now on top of that. So level 13 is in. That gives us the Law and Order. Vala comes in with Gloom, our little Red Riding Hood, as she's making the plays. And yeah, Lauba is bullying Masquerade a bit. Bishops is here too. There's nothing really they can do. Masquerade is obviously easily jumping out of this. Still more than a level lead that we have for the blue team. 18,000 damage for Ultralisk and his Maiev. And they're thinking about invading, and of course they are. They have a talent advantage at level 13. But they're not getting the entire gang here yet. They're wasting the red team's time a little bit though, and that helps them to get an even bigger lead on the objective. Now, to be fair, that would probably have happened anyways, considering that they're currently a talent ahead, as I already mentioned. Right. And towards the top. Yeah, Dequaza is trying to take the camp down. Yeah, nicely done. That's going to help them a lot. Still no level 13 for the Bang Bush, but it seems like they're willing to engage here. The Haka's going to come down in a second. Dino is in trouble, but the Sanctification keeps him alive. Nice. And the Haka is pushing their top side out, so this is going to be another fort that gets destroyed by the camp. Even if the Haka moves in now, he made sure that another wave was eliminated before he even thinks about making that move. But that is the end of the top fort, and he gets even more experience for them. Arrow is out, but hits Malfurion way in the back. Nobody that can get close to him. And with 37 to 22 stacks, this is of course going to be an objective one way or another. Isolation hits Rhaegar. Bishop's jumped out, was intentionally aimed for him. Now Lauba is again low, and he is going to die again. Diablo is dead, and this time he's down for the entire duration. That's 5 deaths already on the main tank. Yeah, big issue. Now they got that Johanna side lane, but normally in teamfights that means that you have an insanely sustainable front line that is very difficult to break through, but so far Chili Mountain had no issues whatsoever. So side lane Jojo, definitely a powerhouse in the meta in the past couple of months, but here she doesn't do anything for them. They are getting farmed. It's 8 kills to 2 and they're just walking over them. 28 stacks on the level 1. There comes Manticore now as well, and with a 3-level lead and a talent advantage, Jesus. They're going for a 2-pronged attack. Top lane, bot lane, both are getting pressured, and we could see multiple keeps fall here. Ancestral keeps Lauba alive. Good arrow from Hanzo. Is it good enough though? That's the question. Ultralisk, he gets pulled in by the Valkyrie, drops the cage immediately, and even the Punisher is doing some work. Great ult from Malfurion. Damn son. They get a Rhaegar kill and a Johanna kill at the back end of that. Top side still pressured. That camp is doing mad work, and they will easily get at least 1 keep, maybe more. They get another kill. That's the end of Cassia. Fantastic performance here in game number 1 by Chili Mountain, and they drop the bottom keep with the top one still suffering some damage. And this is gonna fall too. They're gonna get both. Are they? No, they're not. They're not. Look at those minions. What a bunch of losers. Couldn't even target the keep and get full minion. No, no, no. Yeah, that's an F right there. That's why you're never going to be upgraded to heroes. That's exactly the reason. You failed. Yeah, you failed this city. Easy. Alright, so we got Ultralisk and his boys going for the camps again. How much XP did they just go through camps? Look at the difference in mercenary experience here. 3,300 to 900. That's kind of crazy. Passive experience is up. Of course, the heroes experience, we don't even talk about that. With a 9-kill lead, that was a given. The blue team, or the red team, can't fight without this. There's another drag, and there's a kill. Long distance arrow, by the way. So, there's the kill. 12 kills to 2. Top keep is gone. The only one that they can still attack is the one in the middle. Yeah, this is just insane. It's absolutely insane. Bang Bush, they're getting murdered. Absolutely murdered. I mean, they're getting slapped around big time at this point. Yeah, Chili Mountain is whipping them every step of the way. Quest is completed for Diablo again. They have no 16, and they're about to lose another keep if this continues. There's the cage, the drag, and the Quasar with another big hit connect. He is locking those in like a madman. It's insane. Rhaegar is down because of it. Never even had a chance to use his Ancestral. And there's another drag and another kill. That man, he can do things with his tongue. It's incredible. All the girls say so. It's crazy. That is, yeah, Quasar, wow. He's an absolute master on this one. Does he even miss? Turns it around again, and he gets another one. One connect after another. Jesus, the big lick. Quasar with the big plays here. It's like shooting fish in a barrel for him, apparently. Pushing past the keep again. He gets another one. And I mean, are you joking? Like, what the hell? Did he miss one this game? Seriously, did he miss one? Dude, at least miss one so that we feel a little bit better. Like, honestly. Quasar is crazy in this game. Absolutely crazy. Now that draft, I mean, him drafting Dehaka as a first pick, them banning out the side laners, makes way too much sense at this point. Insanity. 16 kills to 2. Guys, they're 3 levels ahead. Every single keep is destroyed. They haven't even lost a fucking fort. He's taking camps now. They're pushing this is a triple catapult that is going to move towards the core. You have a 0 chance. I mean, this is a checkmate position if I've ever seen one. They're going to get level 20. There's not a single keep left anymore. There's camp plus catapults pushing through the bot lane right now. Your core is going to get murdered. And if you move anybody back to defend, then you're going to lose the objective, and that's going to end the game then. Malfurion, that's a kill. Malfurion gets pulled in. That's awesome. Alright, alright. So, that's good. Core is going to attack any second now. Catapults are in. That's 3 of them already. Yep, level 20 talents are now in. Farflight Quiver for... I was about to say Sylvanas, but we're talking Vala, of course. As a kill on Maiev, finally they're getting some hits in. Might be too little too late, though. That's the problem. Yeah, down here we got 4 catapults, and the core is falling. Who do they send back? They send back Lauber. Lauber is being sent back here, but again, core is down to 81 and is losing even more. So they can engage again. It's a 3 versus 4, but still, they can fight this out a bit and try and buy some time for Malfira and the rest of the team to come back in. It's not only the bot lane that's the problem. The mid lane is pressuring against them too. And again, the core is down to 63%. Now he's saving the day for now, but up here at the top, the fight isn't over. There's a level 20 a talent advantage against them. And Diablo, he doesn't even know what to defend first. He has to go into the mid lane, he has to go to the bot lane. Malfurion is already back up on the map and now can join the team at the top for the fight. And yeah, it's a problem. Valkyrie doesn't do anything for them here, but I think they still are going to lose this one. Good arrow. Nice arrow. They try to go for the kill on Dino and they can't get him. 80,000 damage, by the way, for Vala. But there's the kill on Dehaka. Dequaza, guys, he's human. He's human after all. Second kill against him already. Most deaths on the team. Report incoming. Easy report right there. But while they are trying to push with the Punisher, Diablo is still sitting here thinking like, well, gotta defend the mid lane, then I go back to the bot lane, defend this. And as time continues, those catapults are scaling. The catapults are hitting harder and harder and harder. Their core is already down to 53%, and when the catapults make it in again, you're just gone. So they can't even push with this one. They win the objective and can't even push with it. They need another big team fight. They need to get level 20 and then try and get something done here. And Vala is happily stacking in the meantime. She's at 64 stacks now. So as the game continues, she is going to ramp up her damage further and further and further. Yeah, it's a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare for the Bang Bush. They made a little bit of headway, but I really think it's too little too late. Yeah, bot lane. Same picture. Dehaka is defending the top again. Now they got level 20, so finally it's an even talent battle. It was about time. But I don't really see... I mean, they got a couple of nice talents now. They got the Imprisoning Light. They got a Bullseye, so there's a lot of stuns and follow-ups. Arrow is missing. Ancestral! And he's alive for a little bit longer, but he still dies nonetheless. So Diablo is down, loses his souls again, comes back. Top 4 is now going to fall to the camp. But the team is obviously getting chased hard over the map. The cage is down already. And Henning is down. Rega is gone. They're body blocking 0, so that's another kill. And that is gonna be a game. No chance of turning this around, everybody. That is a kill. Against Diablo, probably. Is he on double digits? No. 8 kills against Dibbles. Make it 9. And... yeah, that's gonna be game 1. What a slaughter. Fantastic play by Chili Mountain. They go through the Bang Bush like hot butter through cheese as they get the W on Infernal Shrines. Nicely done, well played, and a very, very well-deserved victory for the blue team in game number 1. GG.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Alterac Pass, map number 2! Well, time for the red team to redeem themselves a little bit because whew, they got slapped around on the last one. Yeah, Alterac Pass is now our second map. It's kind of wild that this is in the pool. That we see that so often. Now, do we get the Haka again? That's the bigger question. At this point, if you're the Bang Bush, do you just ban that out? You have, of course, 2 globals that you see most of the time. That's one Dehaka, and that's also Falstad. But, well, time will tell. They're already hesitating. They're already sitting there like, what do you get rid of here? It's the map choice of Chili Mountain, by the way. Alright, they get by the Maiev ban. I don't mind that either. You go up against Ultralisk, and then, of course, it's always a question. Maiev, Kerrigan, what do you ban? What do you get rid of? We got the quick ban on Brightwing. Alrighty. I don't envy the red team in the slightest. There's so many heroes that you want to get rid of now that it's just nearly impossible to make a choice. You gotta just pick a poison and decide what are the ones that really annoy you the most. Apparently they don't want to give them any dive options. This is a hero that Masquerade played a lot on Alterac Pass. What they oftentimes do with him on bigger maps is they're trying to just, you know, counter push. They always just move in and just like try to spawn a couple of beetles on a lane and then just pressure this. And it works really well also on the objective itself. So when you're trying to go for the prisoner camp with an Uberak, you can easily take it by yourself. You don't need anybody else helping you. You can just sneak around those minions. This is actually a good ban. That kind of shows that they know what they're doing and they definitely did their homework, so they know what Chili Mountain likes to pick here. So yeah. But what do you go for as your first pick? That's a bigger question. And keep in mind, we got the Haka and Falstad both still up. Alright, Hogger for the side lane. But we should see some globals here. I would be shocked if none of the globals make it into the draft. I could believe that a few of them get banned, right? I mean, Brightwing already did. But they should ban, and will ban, more. Or pick him. Draft representation. That's what we're looking at here. Not like the AGC days, 100% Genji. Picked or banned every single map. Murden and Rega. So either Masquerade is faking AFK again, or Dino is role swapping. Really? Are they role swapping against Bangbush? That would be something. Now it could be that they are just trying to log in Murden in for Masquerade as quickly as they can, and Masquerade is pulling a number 2 or something. Changing the bathrobe, I don't know. But yeah, I guess we'll figure that out. Lauber and Tyrael, and we get Sylvana. So that's a bit of push power that you have. No Hanzo, by the way, this time for Bishops. No Hanzo here for him. That's actually kind of wild in and of itself. Okay. Yeah. If they get the objective, that helps them with pushing a lot. They could also go for these side lane pushes again. Just like trying to out-rotate the opponent a bit. How is it possible that neither the Haka or Falstad have been addressed in any way yet? Especially after the last game. Do we get the ban on him? With Hog already taken. Blaze banned. No, they go for Vala. They don't like her here. Dino definitely wants to have it here. That's Falstad. We got the birdie and we have Urel. Yeah, the Haka is still open, but with the red team already locking Haka in, it's kind of unlikely that they're going for the Haka too. I mean, we've seen it, but unlikely. Not with what else they have here. Still need their support. Lucio's, by the way, up. If you're looking for quick rotations between the lanes, he hasn't been banned this time. Yeah. Well, and we get Anduin and Zeratul. Alright. It's a bit on the squishy side, that draft. Pretty aggressive. Okay. They gotta protect Ultralis, they gotta protect Falstad. He's gonna be the priority target for Zeratul. And here comes Genji! Okay, Genji, Falstad. Guys, let's go. Game number 2 in the series here at the Masters Clash. Play day number 3. We got Chili Mountain going up against the Bangbush. Chili Mountain against the Bangbush with Dino on Genji. So, yes, as expected, we have the role swap. Masquerade back from the bathroom, hopefully. With Meridian Ultralis on Falstad, and we got Banana Age on Rega. Dequaza, he's playing Urel for the team this time on the lane, on the side lane. And on the right side, the Bangbush with Swamp Grotta on Hogger. We get Henning on Anduin, Bishops and Sylvanas, 0 on Zeratul, going into the Might of the Narazim build here with his Shadow Hunter on level 1. And Lauber with Tyrael. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Yeah, Zeratul at the bottom, and here comes the Sylvanas pressure. You always expect that it's coming. But yes, there we have one tower down to 50% HP. They know that the rotation is on its way, so they're just falling back. It's the usual spiel at the beginning of the game. You're playing with Sylvanas, you're trying to either take a tower down or at least get it to 50%. Most of the teams, the mistake that they make is that they're fully committing to the tower, sometimes take it down, but then they lose 1 or 2 heroes on the way back because they overstay just a tiny little bit. So yeah, that's a problem. But yeah, either way, we now got down at the bottom of the map, Quasar and Zero up against each other all the way up at the top. Masquerade already with a spray game once again. Yeah, and off we go. So right now, Dino, gotta be a little bit careful on him too. At the beginning, Genji not necessarily the strongest just yet, and we saw earlier in one of the other games that was played today what happens when you are too confident with Genji in the early game. Limu definitely learned that lesson. Had a bit of an off day, honestly. That's what it seemed like. Happens. Now towards the top, we got Ultralisk still. It's for the second time in a row now, the blue team that has at least a global that they can use to control the flow of the map a little bit better. And particularly, of course, focus on the macro game here. And I think this is what we're going for sure. But either way, as we now got that, we have at the bottom of the map Urel going up against Zeratul this time. They're pressuring him also with Dino chipping in. The mobility that Genji offers on the map is of course a huge asset. And again, Masquerade. That was clutch there. So he gets saved, jumps back out. Sylvanas with the possession on level 4 now. Handoff freedom! The American space code is back in. And look at that, we actually get the sledgehammer. Muradin, it's hammer time. Plus the hammer gains. So, yeah. Muradin and Air Muradin. Both just playing around the hammers. I mean, honestly, if anything, I would not be surprised if we had Falset at some point come in with the chain lightning. I mean, he feels a little bit like Thor. I don't even know why. Already has, you know, like the lightning shit and all of that. If we would have a swap where you... Dota 2 has, or had, I don't actually don't... No, wait, it was Dota 1. Was it Dota 1, Dota 2? I don't really remember. One of the Dotas has a mode that was always kind of fun. I think it was Dota 1 where I played it the most, where you have heroes that have their abilities as just swapped. You get heroes and then random abilities and stuff. And that was honestly lots and lots of fun. It was a bit of a random mode and it had a lot of fun potential. Obviously, sometimes you would end up with hilarious comps and just incredibly imbalanced heroes or completely useless ones. But in this case, I could totally see, you know, a Falsetter all of a sudden ends up with a chain lightning and then just like goes full Zeus on you. And just like chain lightnings everything out. That is honestly a mode that I kind of miss a little bit. They could have definitely implemented that here. That would have been pretty fun. But yeah. Just imagine what kind of comps you could get with heroic abilities and whatnot. I mean, you can literally just go to the drawing board and just try and design the most imbalanced wave clear hero. Always kind of course, keep the talent positions the same, but yeah. Or the ability positions the same, but yeah, that was kind of fun. I mean, either way, so it's level 7 now. That's normally when we're seeing the first little play being made for the prisoner camp, and this game is no exception. So they're going for the red team, and they're forcing the fight, and that's the end of Sylvanas. Sylvanas is gone. That's a quick kill right there, and Lauber is in trouble too. Lauber is dead. So it gets a bit of explosion value on Banana, but not enough. And hello, sir, solo kill. Wait, what? Ultralisk getting a kill on Zeratul. That's 3 kills to 0. And maybe even an objective. Yeah. I get the feeling that we might continue where we left off in game number 1, and it's a bit scary. Now, the blue team is already breaking the wall in the middle, and apparently easily getting the towers here, or at least one of them. Final hit isn't in, but they're getting the objective too, so that's going to delay that for real, but that's kind of crazy. Yeah, with this, we are now having a situation in front of us where we, again, look at a 1-level lead for Chili Mountain that should result in them getting an early level 10. Unless, of course, a few heroes are finally being killed here. And that's exactly what that flank is trying to accomplish. But it seems like they're able to get away. Quasar is creating space. Dino, save, zips out. And as the red team uses all of the heroes at the bot lane, it means that the top and the middle are quite exposed to the cavalry that is now moving in. And this is getting really dangerous for the Bang Bush, because level 10 abilities are incredibly close now. Zeratul is still trying to take the bird down up at the top, and this is not looking good for him either. Zero is having real trouble here, and that's before level 10 hits. In the middle, the entire wall has already been opened up. There's level 10 that gives us the avatar. They are in such a great position to take a few forts down. It's insane. Top side fort is gonna fall. Genji has moved in. They were hoping, of course, to get a kill on Zeratul, but he already moved back. Mid lane, at least, gets defended. Bot lane, the same spiel, but it's not enough. 1 fort down, 2 taking damage, not losing a hero either, and still looking at more than a level lead. Oof. I mean, are you kidding me? They're in a great spot now. Fantastic position. Dino's coming again too. Keep in mind, they're playing this with level 10 already. The birdie is flying already over, tries to get a gust angle that he can't get here because the fight is already played out. But if he would have barreled over here just a little bit earlier, fly down, barrel over, get the gust, they could have forced that fight and taken a few more kills. As it stands, the Might of the Narazim is in. We got the Shockwave too, so they can play around the CC a bit more. Tyrael now also with the Sanctification here. But definitely some crazy good plays from Chili Mountain today. Yeah, they're definitely aiming for that #1 spot in the ranking. And the Hardos, Oxygen Esports, they currently have the #1 spot. But that's only because they already played their Playday 3 match. So if this is a victory for Chili Mountain, they are pulling ahead by 2 points, if I'm not mistaken. So they are taking the pole position if they can accomplish that. So all the Hardos, all the new Oxygen Esports fans are currently cheering for the Bang Bush. And they are banging Dequaza. They're trying to get the kill here and they can't get it. Banana H was there, and here comes the light bomb, and they engage, but they still can't get the kill because Falstad is helping out with another gust. And they're getting pushed back here. Really unfortunate for the Bang Bush. It seems like they just can't get that kill. They're using everything they have, but it doesn't seem to be enough to lock the first kill in for this game. And it of course adds up, well, offers a few stacking opportunities for Chili Mountain too, who are now at 57 stacks, so nearly a completed quest for Dino on level 4. 22 for the birdie. Another objective is about to be popping up on the map too. 21,000 damage already for Genji. And they are taking control again. It's the talent advantage that we're looking at. It's the same game that we had before. Talent advantage for the blue team, and they can follow up on this. They're already going for another camp here. Yeah, Ultralisk is trying to get it as quickly as he can. Over here, Siege Camp is also up, but so far they're not making a move for it. Is Zeratul coming in? No! If they are not taking that camp... Yeah, okay, thank God. Hogar's going for it. This is one of the most important things to do on this map. Always lock that in as quickly as you can. I mean, ideally be in position even as it spawns. And that's what they're doing here. That's what Falstad did too. So Ultralisk gets it. If you don't control that camp, you're going to lose structures very, very quickly. Talking about losing things. They might lose Sylvanas. Yeah, Wailing Arrow already used, and she gets away. But it baits out one of the ults. One of the ults is gone. And Masquerade is already threatening the objective now. Yep. Nicely done. That gets them the lead, and in the meantime, the rest of the team has gone for the boss. As per the usual agreement with Dino, you gotta go for that. So, yep, no real engage happening. 13 talent advantage, they use it well. The red team wasn't ready for it either. So that gives you a boss, and now you can still make a play for the objective, and Masqueraders, of course, already giving them an advantage by simply threatening it solo. But there's 13 to 13 now. They go for the objective. They push out the mid lane a little bit. Deal also with the camp. Red team obviously has to make a choice. Do they defend? Do they come in here? Falstad is still holding the side lane. That's all that he got to do for now. Zeratul is interrupting as best he can, but he's in trouble immediately. Gets pulled out by Anduin. And Falstad is getting value at the bottom of the map. Good sanctification. Self-ancestral on Rega. And he's gonna die. Yes, that gust came a bit too late. They thought they could save it, but they are also dropping the support on the red team side. Boss is still up at the bottom of the map, by the way. Big lead on the objective now, but they gotta hightail it out of there. A nice double connect on the Stormbolt, though. Masquerade is still alive. Has Avatar too, by the way. They get Sylvanas, and Jesus, Genji is just popping off again. Dino is putting this one to the test here. Yeah, they are taking Hogar, they're taking Sylvanas. They go for Lauba. That's the end of Tyrael. And, of course, he uses it here on the minions. bot lane, again, has taken some damage. One of the towers is already gone, and now they can go for the objective once more. What a showing here today by Chili Mountain. 7 kills to 1, level 16 to 14. So they hold a 2-level advantage. And on top of that, we have them also with a talent lead. And they're going for another boss, and why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? They can get it all here. And that's exactly what they do. So they're just jumping around, claiming that objective is also locked in for them. So they got another 2-prong attack with the boss plus the cavalry pushing. I mean, how much better can it possibly get? Talent lead, boss, and objective at the same time. Yeah. Oh boy, that is a disaster right now. That fort is 100% gone. The only question is really how many keeps are they gonna get. That's pretty much the only thing that you gotta ask at this point. Yeah, so far ahead, it is bonkers. It's absolutely bonkers. And for the Bang Bush, it's a total disaster because they're sitting here, they can't even push out properly. They gotta sit here and they gotta just say, alright boys, let's just try and get 16 somehow. Let's just try to not die here. That's literally the objective. Try to not lose too much. But look at this. The top lane gets absolutely crushed. They're already busying themselves at the keep at the bottom of the map. And in the middle, it's a similar picture as they're threatening not only the keep, but also to take a few more of the heroes down. So it's a massive problem for the Bang Bush. They're taking damage on every single lane, and significant damage at that. It seems like the bottom keep is the first one to fall. And I don't think there's any way to save that. So no, this is gone. That's 1 armor shield removed on the core. At the top lane, we're seeing hit points fall. They still hold it. But over here in the middle, it's 50%. So if they would fully commit to it, they could maybe get this one as well. There's a fight that the Bang Bush is taking now. They are nearly on level 16. Dino is still poking this down slowly. Core's obviously getting attacked, but I mean, it heals itself. So that's not an issue. And there's the next attack. They go for Lauber. Once again, 7 kills to 1. Masquerade, and there's the Gast. Nice attempt at the shockwave stun, but Swamgrota dies. Masquerade popped Avatar, is totally fine here. Sanctification saves the play for them and allows them to escape without losing more heroes. But the situation is still tricky. Tyrael is, by the way, the top damage on the red team for now. Sylvana's now taking over, as I mentioned it. Urel is already at the top, so she pushes the lane out. It's 2.5 levels of a lead. Ancestral is being used here. 16 versus 16, the double pull. Sanctification, and that's Masquerade down. Masquerade is dead, so at least they get 1 kill. Good for them. They hope for more, but here comes Dino. Genji wants a kill. Goes for Lauber. Bam, there it is. They can maybe take Ultralisk. Yeah, they can't. Ultralisk is still alive. They at least have Hogger back, but he has to deal with the top lane to ensure that they're not losing the keep here. But of course, the lead is incredible. More than 2 levels. And yeah, it's wow. Just wow. Both of the keeps are low. I mean, this one has taken a big beating. You win another team fight, you have the game in your hands. And with level... Jesus, can you believe... I mean, think just a second about what happens here in half a level. They're going to be on level 20. They're going to have all the storm talents. And it is such an insane gap between them that it's going to take minutes for the Bang Bush to get onto the same talent here. And during that time, you have an objective to fight over. And already they are on the boss. Which is going to make a move for the bot lane. And therefore for the core. So while that boss deals with the core, you can go for the prisoner camps. You can maybe even push with it if your opponent ignores it. And they go have level 20. I mean, there it is. This is... I mean, how do you even fight against this right now? 2 level advantage, 7 kills ahead. There's the wind tunnel. Seraphim is in. Farsia's blessing. They gotta defend the bot lane. Even with the core repairing itself, they cannot let this through. And that should be a freebie on the objective. And then you're gonna lose both your keeps. I mean, this just seems like it's a snowball that turns into an avalanche. That's what that looks like. Unless they can get a quick kill here, Snowball. Nope, they can't. Instead, oh! Tyrael is dead. They eat this. I mean, they eat the silence from Sylvanas, and they also eat the Tyrael damage. But the boss is already on the core. They're taking the objective right now. Ah, boy, they are going to get absolutely crushed. Yes, that is not... I mean, this is nearly impossible to win in at this point for the Bang Bush. They really have to hope for Chili Mountain to fully throw here and to massively int. But the core is losing hit points quickly. And the objective, well, they are not claiming it just yet. Yeah, oh, Dino is actually interrupting. Alright, he's interrupting the minions as they were about to take it. Buys a little bit for time for them, so they're still going to be fine. It's a 5 versus 5 on the map once more. Yeah, they have to interrupt this once again, and they do. Falstad is taking care of it. Zeratul dies. That's the worst case scenario, because now it's literally a 5 versus 4 with level 20 advantage for Chili Mountain. And the objective is taken. They go for Lauber again. Lauber dies. 5th time. That Tyrael is gone. Banana Age escapes. That's incredible. I mean, what? And they get a double kill on Holger and Sylvanas. That's the game. That's game right here. Yep. Babyface dies as well, and they don't even have to bother with any of the keeps anymore. Bing! Ultralis gets bounced back out. They remove a second armor shield as they are dropping the keep in the middle. And apparently they want to go for all the experience here, because that's the rule when you're playing a quick match. So they're just going for the top keep to take it down. And now it's time for the core to fall. And Chili Mountain takes the top position in the ranking here at the Masters Clash as they lock in 3 points against the Bang Bush and overtake the Hardos, aka Team Oxygen, in the standings. GG.